Hi everybody, here I am again. It's been a while. I decided to record this little audio just to give a few rants about my life, the world, how things are going. Just a quick chat, if you will, or a monologue on how I've been doing for the past few months during this whole year. And yes, the year is ending. Time's going by again. The perception of time we have, we're seeing it passing by. It is a rainy day in this December the 4th of 2022. It's a very pleasant weather. It's not cold nor hot. It's wet, and I'm watching the water drops fall into the puddles. I'm feeling, as always, I'm mad, I'm tired, I'm sad and confused most of the time, but I'm still having a few glimpses of the spirit, if you will. It seems more and more as each day passes, I have more and more visions, and I wouldn't say visions, but I would say insights and feelings and little revelations from the spirit. What do I mean with that? I basically am trying to say that during the whole situations, during the days, with interactions with people, I feel that my spirit is constantly trying to show me how this world is twisted and sick, and basically me as a spirit, and I believe you guys also as spirits have this feeling that everything is the opposite here in this place, because let me give you let me give you a little example of something more personal of my part. I've been having this relationship with this woman a few months back, and it still lasts until right now. And what happens is this woman is basically a typical being of this place. She is almost totally into the mindset and the ways of this world, being egotistic, being kind of person who doesn't think for herself, but also firmly believes in her convictions. She has kids, and I have nothing against it. I mean, you having a relationship with kids or not is up to you, but to me, it's no problem. But she is very picking, if you know what I mean. She demands of me that I act and think a certain way, just so I am not like the people who has quote unquote hurt her in the past. But then all of a sudden I realized, as if something was screaming inside of me saying, "Wake up. You are a spirit. You know who you are. You are not perfect in this world because of the body, because of the material things, because this world is not real, but you are a spirit. You're not a bad person. You're single. You're enduring life. You're learning through your spirit. You're passing by the days and trying to help people more than unwillingly doing bad stuff, which is also natural from this place, but not something you should look for." So I backed the question, that I was given through my spirit, I believe and I feel, which was, why am I the one being, uh, how do I put it? Why am I the one being pressed and forced to act a certain way and to behave accordingly to the way a certain person wants, when it should be the opposite? And that's one of the points I wanted to make here today, because I realized we as spirits are not meant to fit in this reality, word, matrix, whatever. Because we came here, and my personal belief is we came here unwillingly. Most likely, we came here to a certain objective which was completely twisted along the way, or maybe we just been tricked or forced here. I'm more inclined to believe we've been forced to come here, because as spirits of infinite potential outside of this place, we would never willingly choose to come here knowing all of the stuff that happens here, unless we didn't know, or unless the other option, which is we didn't had a choosing on it. But back to the point. Now, this person I still have kind of a relationship with, I feel as if I'm constantly being tested. And I realized something along all those years here. All of the time, every day of every month, throughout all those years, I've been tested. My patience has been tested. My endurance, physical and mentally, has been tested. How I act, behave, and respond to certain stimulations and quotings and interactions has always been tested. And I realized, well, this place is trying to either get me to the breaking point, or just keep me in a constant stress and delusional and distraction situation. Because I tell you something, it goes just to a certain point where you can be tested and quote unquote evolve from any situation, until you reach a certain point where it is no longer helping you and it is actually degrading you. It is actually putting you down and making you decrease and revert back and devolve, basically. Everything here, every single thing here derives from the law of entropy. I'm sorry, nothing here evolves in the theory of evolution perspective, because it is a theory, and it should be called a fantasy tale, because evolution here is not real. As far as the material aspect of things goes, if one thing, the spirit is actually not even evolving. The spirit is always the infinite potential. The spirit is everything. It doesn't have to evolve, it doesn't have to adapt, because it is beyond what this place is supposedly meant to be. So don't think of it as a life experience to make you grow, because you don't need it. If you realize you're a spirit, the only thing you should be thinking about is how to get out of this place. You reached a certain level of understanding and understanding yourself, to a point where you know you are a spirit and there's nothing to do here regarding of the body and especially of the mind, because your mind can also only go to a certain point before it is not worth uh, it is not worth being pressed and tested anymore. Because if something is if a car is in the track being tested for its tires and its combustion and its engine, and the testers keep telling the pilot, come on, do another round, come on, do another turn with your car, we believe it can go faster if you do this and that and change a little bit here. But the car is still the same along the track. But if enough tracks, if enough turns are being taken, the car is gonna present some failures. The tires are failing, the brakes are failing, there's no more fuel, the car starts breaking apart, and you end up with a crumbling piece of metal. So why don't people realize that as humans here, the least we can do is not get ourselves to this point where the pressure is no longer helping you or forcing you to realize you're you have to evolve to a certain point. We gotta realize that it can only get as far as the point where you need to stop. You need to stop and look at yourself and realize the one and only important thing here, which is not even here or there, so to say. It is actually realizing you are a spirit. I don't think I don't think I explained it clearly or with simple terms and words. Maybe I got a bit a bit of confusion in my argument, but basically I've been thinking I've been thinking a lot about all of this lately. There's a bunch of noise in the background. Nothing has changed much except that things are still deteriorating, and my sensation as a spirit being is that these things should have been long gone, and my deepest wish was for all of the opportunities I didn't have here all of a sudden started happening. All the things that I didn't have, the good experiences. Let's face it. Let's face it, guys. We in this human body and human mind in this construct here, all we want is a comfortable and decent experience. We want to have our little place. We don't want to be sick all the time. We want to relax. We want to get out and do the things we like whenever we want, or at least do more of the things we like than our obligations. In my case, I don't want to have any more obligation, but here I am. Me as an example again. Right now, I only do the things that I don't want to do in this body with this mind, and my spirit is constantly giving me hints on how this world is sick, and every day I pass by here is more and more depressing, and the only thing keeping me here going day by day is my spirit. Imagine if I didn't have the spirit voice telling me, or at least making me feel these stuff. Well, as the spiritual books says, the truth frees. But also, when you are free and when you know of the truth, you see that it's kind of depressing. And if you don't feel depressed living in a world like this, then there's something wrong with you. Oh, you can't be happy most of the time here, let alone being happy in little moments. When you reach a point where you don't feel good at all throughout the whole of the day and the whole of the months and the entire year, you realized that you're finally awake. Isn't it funny? The idea people had and still have that being awake is the most awesome thing ever, and you feel like, wow, I'm part of the special ones because I'm awake. I know this stuff that people do not. But ignorance is bliss, and the more you know, the more you wish you didn't know. But it's too late. It's too late to look back. And your spirit is knocking. It's knocking on your door, telling you to look at yourself, look to this place, and realize you don't belong here. I don't belong here. That's the theme of this little conversation I'm having with myself right now. We don't belong here. If you're still listening until this point, I don't belong here, you do not belong here, and we feel we could be doing or experiencing or just being so much more. It's frustrating. Feel it. Frustration, depression. It's natural. How come you not feel this way being in here? The only way not to feel these things, knowing all of this stuff, was as if you could, at any moment you want, at least do more of the things you like, except of doing all the things that you don't like just to stay alive here. And that is only one point in life. But at least we know now. We know. We know that we can't trust our senses regarding the material, our five senses, our minds, our bodies, our physical needs, but there's this still more small voice, and there is this inner feeling that surpasses the five senses, and there is this clarification that goes beyond rationality, which is spirit. Well, it's not effective if I say it, but I keep saying it to myself every day, and I'll say it again now. This word should have ended not 10 years ago or 20 years ago. It should have ended, really ended, a long, long, long time and generations ago. All of it should have been gone. It's everything here is repetition. And we get ourselves caught in repetitions sometimes here. Just just notice. You know, feeling mad for no reason and acting irrationally or just rationally in some situations isn't worth a damn thing here, but we sometimes do it because we're trapped here. You don't want to see it as a trap, okay. I also don't feel of it as a total trap. I have a strong feeling, a revelation I have, that if we project these beliefs we have, we carry on to our personal experience here. So I am projecting every day. Rather, I I die, or rather, I have an ascension of some sorts, my spirit is gonna be free. In the end, my spirit is going to be free. I imagined, and I still imagine a lot, the day or the end of days and the end of time when my spirit is finally free. What would I do? I have this thing that when I'm really free, the spirit is out, and this material realm is gone, I'll create a little experience for myself to compensate all the pain and all the lack of good experiences I didn't have. I'll just have it for a while. I don't know how long. And then maybe, I'm still thinking about it, but maybe I changed my mind also, but maybe, maybe I'll put it to rest. Maybe I'll decide if I want to keep as a spirit or not. Think of it. Everything is possible as a spirit. You are an infinite being. Some say the spirit is infinite and cannot be destroyed. I beg to differ. If spirit is infinite and there's infinite possibilities, why wouldn't a spirit want to just not be anymore? Again, I'm still thinking about it. If I really want to not be, maybe maybe I'll still be, but we change. People change. Yeah. Well, I talked a lot. I talked a lot. I don't know if I'll cut some parts of this audio or if I'll edit it out. I'll put a background. I don't know what I'll do. I'm just talking to myself as always. Though I'm surrounded by some people, I still feel I still feel completely alone. I feel stuck here. Yeah. As a body, as a mind, yes. But I also feel that my spirit is out there trying to show me how it really is. And I feel I still always has this little hope inside of me. It never goes away. It it gets shy and lowered out throughout the days, but it's always been there. It was stronger before, and I don't think it'll ever go away, but it's there. The little hope. I'll be honest with you, I just want the things that I feel I need in the now. I'm tired of waiting. There is no reason to wait for anything here because everything in this place is deteriorating and everything in this place is gonna disappear one day. Every single molecule, if you believe in molecules and shit. So I ask myself and I ask you, what are you waiting? What are the things that you wait in this world? Or accomplishments? Do you want to have a bigger house? Or if you don't have a house, like me, do you want to have a little house for you to live? Or do you want to have a car? Do you want to go out with your car and your friends and your companion? You want to see new places? You want to see other countries, other cultures? You want to explore? You want to have a more stable, more financially stable life? You want to take care of your body, exercise, you want to increase your intellectual abilities, study, do these things. Well, if you want all of this stuff like I do, and well, go for it. But me, also, I have the feeling like I always has this feeling actually. I would have to Give 10 times the effort just to get a tenth, 1/10 of the result. This word is not fair to us, especially the ones who have something within them, something that differs from the others. Evil and the wrongdoers, so to say, in this word, get everything. They get everything easily, actually. They get rewarded for what they are in this world. Maybe they don't have a spirit or a soul or whatever you call it, but it is like this. So, all of the things that I just said right now about accomplishing things in this world, just have this notion in your head. You're gonna have to suffer and exhaust yourself and work a lot just to have the basic, and you're probably not gonna have the things that you want or even need, and that's okay. That is okay, because at least we know we are spirits. Well, I guess that was all. The rain is still falling, the water drops are still falling down. I'll stay here watching the raindrops. Well, I hope you all, or whoever's listening, are doing well, and I'll see what I'll do for the rest of this night. My wish is that this word just ends. If I had other wishes, I guess I have other wishes. The word could keep going. If all of us, if me and you, could at least live our lives freely and have some comfort and some peace. I wish I could sleep well. I don't sleep well for a couple of years now, a bunch of years actually. There hasn't been a night where I sleep more than 4 or 5 hours, and it's getting worse each night. Yeah, but here I am, up on my feet. Why? I don't know. Maybe the spirit. Until when? I also don't know. Only time can tell. And I do not believe time is real. Just, just as I don't believe this place is real, but we are having this experience here. Well, that's it. Bye bye.